What if I told you that right now, sitting in the Texas Hill Country Wine Trail, between Fredericksburg and Johnson City, there's a fully functioning home, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, the whole thing crammed into a space barely bigger than a parking spot. And what if I told you that you could build one yourself in 2026 for potentially under $50,000? That's not clickbait. That's a shipping container. And today, we are pulling back the curtain on the Teeny Tiny Haus by Backcountry Containers in Stonewall, Texas, and breaking down every single dollar it would cost to DIY your own version. Before we dive in, if you're even remotely curious about container homes, tiny living, or just finding creative ways to build a place of your own without going broke, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell. We break down real builds, real costs, and real decisions every single week. And listen, stay until the end of this video, because I'm going to reveal something most container home blogs and builders won't tell you. The hidden cost that can quietly add $15,000 to $30,000 to your budget if you're not paying attention. That section alone could save you a fortune. Don't skip it. All right, let's get into it. So first, what exactly is the Teeny Tiny Haus? It's a project by Backcountry Containers, a family-owned and operated container home builder out of Texas. And this thing is exactly what it sounds like. Teeny tiny. We're talking a single 20-foot shipping container, 20 feet long, 8 feet wide, converted into a complete, fully functioning home for 2 people. That works out to roughly 130 square feet of living space. To put that in perspective, that's smaller than most studio apartment bedrooms. And yet inside this thing, a dedicated sleeping area, a working kitchen, and a full bathroom. Not a half bath, not a camp shower, a proper bathroom. The Teeny Tiny Haus sits at Last Stand TX, a vacation rental development right on the Texas Wine Trail in Stonewall, Texas, at 15003 East US 290. You can actually rent a night there on Airbnb right now, which is genius. By the way, it lets you experience container living before you commit to building one. The nightly rate when this video is filmed? Around $119 a night. Not bad for a slice of the hill country. Now, Backcountry Containers isn't new to this. They've been building container homes, pools, saunas, and custom residential projects for years. They even appeared on HGTV's Tiny House, Big Living, showcasing their Kennedy model, a 40-foot container with a rooftop deck the entire length of the structure. Their standard models? They can be fabricated and delivered in as little as 6 to 16 weeks. That's faster than most traditional home builds by months. But here's the question. What would it cost you to DIY a version of this yourself in 2026? Let's break it down, category by category. I want to be real with you here. These are ranges, because costs change based on your location, your land, your contractor choices, and your skill level. But I've compiled the freshest 2026 data available, so this is as accurate as we can get. Let's start at the very beginning. Estimated, $1,200 to $5,000. This is your raw material. A 20-foot shipping container, the same size used in the Teeny Tiny Haus. In 2026, a used, wind and watertight 20-foot container starts around $1,200. A cargo-worthy used unit in better condition runs $1,500 to $2,800. And if you want a brand new one-trip container, meaning it's only been used once to ship goods over from overseas, you're looking at $2,500 to $5,000. Good news. Container prices have stabilized compared to the wild swings of the pandemic years. The global market has more supply right now, so this is actually a decent time to buy. Pro tip. If you're near a major port city, Houston, Los Angeles, Savannah, you'll pay less. Landlocked states pay a premium because of delivery distance. Speaking of delivery, estimated $300 to $2,500. You need a flatbed truck with a crane or tilt bed to drop that container on your property. Delivery costs depend entirely on how far the nearest container depot is from your land. Short haul? Maybe $300 to $500. Rural property, 150 miles from the nearest depot. Budget closer to $2,000 to $2,500. Estimated $3,000 to $20,000. You can't just drop a container in the dirt and call it done. You need a foundation. The most common choice for a 20-foot container home is concrete piers or a concrete slab. Pier foundations run cheaper, often $3,000 to $8,000 for a small single container build. A full concrete slab can push $7,000 to $20,000, depending on your soil conditions and location. In Texas specifically, soil conditions vary a lot. If you're in hill country on rocky limestone, expect drilling costs to bump your foundation budget higher. Estimated $2,000 to $10,000. Here's where the magic happens, and where the money starts flowing. To turn a steel box into a livable space, you've got to cut openings for windows, doors, and your porch area, just like Backcountry Containers did on the Teeny Tiny Haus. Every cut weakens the container's structural integrity, which means you need skilled welders to reinforce those openings with steel framing. For a 20-foot single container build with a few window cutouts and a large glass door setup, like the double glass doors in the Teeny Tiny Haus, budget $2,000 to $5,000 on the low end if you're using a local welder. If you're adding a covered porch structure, that bumps closer to $8,000 to $10,000. This is not a DIY-friendly task, unless you have actual welding experience. Hire a pro. Estimated $1,500 to $5,000. This is one of the most important costs in any container build, and one that beginners tend to underestimate. Metal containers conduct heat and cold like crazy. In Texas summers, an uninsulated container becomes an oven. Spray foam insulation is the gold standard for container homes. It seals, insulates, and prevents condensation all at once. For a 130 square foot space, expect to pay $1,500 to $3,500 for professional spray foam application. DIY spray foam kits exist, but for a structure this small and with this level of precision, professional application is worth it. Estimated $1,500 to $4,000. Once insulated, you'll frame out the interior walls, add drywall or shiplap, and finish the ceiling. For 130 square feet, this is a manageable scope. Drywall runs $1.50 to $3.50 per square foot installed. Shiplap or wood panel finishes, common in the Teeny Tiny Haus's rustic aesthetic, will cost a bit more, but look incredible on camera and in person. Estimated $1,500 to $15,000. Wide range here, and here's why. If your land already has water and sewer hookups nearby, you're on the lower end. Maybe $1,500 to $5,000 for a simple bathroom and kitchen setup in 130 square feet. If you're on rural land with no existing utilities, common in places like Stonewall, you're looking at drilling a well, installing a septic tank, or running lines from the road. A septic system alone costs $3,500 to $8,500. A new water line can add another $2,000 to $5,000 plus. This is where rural builds get expensive fast. We'll talk more about this in the hidden costs section. Stay with me. Estimated $1,500 to $8,000. Basic electrical wiring for lighting, outlets, and appliances in a 130 square foot space runs $1,500 to $3,500 if you're connecting to the grid. If you're off-grid and want solar, which makes a ton of sense for a rural Texas property, a small 6-kilowatt solar system with battery storage runs $10,600 to $15,000 after the 30% federal tax credit. Off-grid solar is a bigger upfront investment, but for a tiny home with minimal power needs, the payback period is reasonable. Estimated $2,500 to $8,000. For a container home, ductless mini-split systems are the undisputed best choice. They don't require bulky ductwork eating into your already tiny square footage. They're energy efficient, and they handle both heating and cooling. A single mini-split unit, more than enough for 130 square feet, runs $2,500 to $5,000 installed. Estimated $5,000 to $20,000. Kitchen appliances, a bathroom vanity, toilet, shower fixture, flooring, paint, lighting fixtures, furniture, all of it adds up. For a budget build, you can furnish the whole thing for $5,000 to $8,000 going used and smart. For a rental-ready, Instagram-worthy finish like the Teeny Tiny Haus, budget $12,000 to $20,000. Estimated $2,000 to $15,000. Building permits are non-negotiable. In Texas, permitting for a small container structure varies wildly by county. Some rural counties are extremely lax. Others require full engineering drawings, inspections, and zoning approvals. On average, budget $1,000 to $5,000 for permits and another $2,000 to $10,000 for architectural or engineering drawings if required. Don't skip permits. It will haunt you at resale. Let's add this up. Category: low estimate, high estimate. Container $1, $200 $5,000. Delivery $300 $2, $500. Foundation $3,000 $20,000. Cutting and welding $2,000 $10,000. Insulation $1, $500 $5,000. Framing and drywall $1, $500 $4,000. Plumbing $1, $500 $15,000. Electrical $1, $500 $8,000. HVAC $2, $500 $8,000. Finishes and appliances $5,000 $20,000. Permits and fees $2,000 $15,000. Total $23,000 $112 $500. A realistic DIY budget for a well-built teeny tiny house clone in 2026: $35,000 to $65,000. The low end assumes you live near a container depot, have hookups already on your land, do significant labor yourself, and keep finishes simple. The high end is a properly permitted, well-insulated, fully furnished unit on rural land with all utility hookups from scratch. Always add a 10 to 20% contingency buffer on top of whatever number you land on. Construction surprises are guaranteed. So now you know what DIY looks like. But what if you just hired Backcountry Containers to do it for you? Backcountry Containers offers 10 standard models ranging from single 20-foot containers to multi-container custom builds. Their models can be ready in 6 to 16 weeks, which is remarkably fast. Their pricing isn't publicly listed per unit, but based on industry data for professionally built, code-compliant container homes in 2026, you're looking at $100 to $350 per square foot for a mid-range professional build. On 130 square feet, that's approximately $13,000 to $45,000 for the structure itself before land, foundation, and utility hookups, which you'd still handle on your end. For a full, turnkey delivery to your property, with all finishes done, think in the range of $45,000 to $80,000 for a single 20-foot unit fully built out. The advantages of going with an established builder like Backcountry Containers. Their team has done this dozens of times. No learning curve. They handle structural reinforcement properly. No guesswork on where to weld. Their builds are designed to look good. The Teeny Tiny Haus has that signature orange exterior, corrugated metal porch, and large glass doors that make it immediately recognizable. If you're building for short-term rental income, a polished professional build photographs better and commands higher nightly rates. The advantage of going DIY: cost savings, potentially $20,000 to $40,000 depending on your situation. Full creative control, a serious sense of personal accomplishment. Neither path is wrong. It depends on your skills, your timeline, and your goals. Okay, this is the section I promised at the beginning. The stuff the Pinterest boards and the enthusiast blogs gloss right over. These are the hidden costs that blindside first-time container home builders. Hidden cost number 1, land. If you don't already own land, this is your single biggest expense. Acreage in the Texas Hill Country, particularly near Stonewall and Fredericksburg, has gotten expensive. Expect to pay a premium for anything on or near the Texas Wine Trail. This cost alone can dwarf your entire construction budget. Hidden cost number 2, road access and site prep. Getting a flatbed truck with a 20-foot container to your land requires a drivable access road. If your property doesn't have one, you're grading and graveling before construction even starts. Site grading and clearing can run $500 to $5,000 plus, depending on terrain. Hidden cost number 3, rural utility hookups. I touched on this earlier, but it deserves its own spotlight. If your land doesn't have water, sewer, and power already stubbed in, which is common for rural land, you're potentially looking at $15,000 to $40,000 just to connect utilities. Digging a well, installing a septic system, running power from the nearest utility pole. These costs shock people every single time. Hidden cost number 4. Condensation and rust treatment. Shipping containers live in marine environments. They're coated with paint designed to resist salt water. But that paint contains chemicals, and the interior floor is often treated with pesticides and anti-rot compounds from their shipping days. Before converting any container for living, you need professional surface prep, interior floor replacement or sealing, sandblasting, and fresh exterior paint. Budget $500 to $2,000 for this. Hidden cost number 5. The contingency you skipped. I said it once, and I'll say it again. Add 10 to 20% to your total budget before you start. Every construction project runs into something unexpected. Every single one. Treat the contingency as a mandatory line item, not an optional cushion. Hidden cost number 6. Zoning and HOA restrictions. Not every county or community allows container homes. Some have aesthetic restrictions. Some HOAs outright ban them. Check your local zoning before you buy container or break ground. This research costs nothing and could save you everything. So, is building your own teeny tiny house worth it in 2026? Here's my honest take. If you're building this as a vacation rental income property, especially in a high-demand area like the Texas Hill Country Wine Trail, the numbers can work beautifully. The teeny tiny house at Last Stand TX rents for around $119 a night on Airbnb. At even 50% occupancy across a year, that's over $21,000 in annual gross revenue from a single 130 square foot container. On a $50,000 total investment, including land prep, that's a compelling return. If you're building this as a primary residence, it requires a genuine commitment to minimalist living. 130 square feet is not for everyone, but for the right person, it represents total freedom. No massive mortgage, low utility bills, a structure that can withstand winds up to 180 miles per hour. If you're building it as an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit on existing property, it's potentially your most cost-effective path, since you already have land and utility hookups. The Teeny Tiny House by Backcountry Containers is proof that a 20-foot shipping container isn't just an industrial relic. In the hands of people who know what they're doing, it's a complete home. And in your hands, with the right planning, the right budget, and the information we've walked through today, it could be your home. Container prices are stable right now. Build costs, while higher than pre-pandemic years, are also stabilizing. If you've been waiting for the right moment to take this seriously, 2026 is as reasonable a time as any. That's the full breakdown, folks. The Teeny Tiny Haus, one of the most creative and compelling tiny container home projects to come out of Texas. And now you know exactly what it would cost to build your own version from scratch. To recap the big numbers. Used 20-foot container, $1,200 to $2,800. Realistic DIY all-in budget, $35,000 to $65,000. Professional build from a company like Backcountry Containers, $45,000 to $80,000 plus. And always, add that 10 to 20% contingency. If this video helped you, do me a favor, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are on the same journey as you. Drop a comment below. I want to know, are you team DIY or team hire a pro? Let's talk about it. And if you want to go deeper, check out the video I did on, link to related video. We compare 20-foot versus 40-foot container builds, and which one gives you better value per square foot. I'll see you in the next one. Build smart, build small, build free. Victory and